Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and with me, it's the co-host that I always have on. It's Eric, the Whiskey Mutant. It fell apart there at the end. I'm really sorry.
Kind of disappointed in that.
That's completely fair, because I've really botched it.
Well, you know, the way the last couple of weeks have been going, way to start the episode like this. I'm Eric, the co-host. I hosted a few times, and I'm here with you, always. Except the times when I'm gone. Maybe I'm at Disney. Maybe I'm on vacation. But I'm here in spirit with you, supporting you.
Spirit.
Spirit. This is my spirit podcast.
Yeah, get it?
Yeah, like a ghost.
You will be gone in a couple weeks, though.
I will.
Yeah,
so we're holding a contest. Who wants to be on an episode with Perry?
No. That's not a thing.
Send a message to
Stop.
Whiskey Mutant, DM at Whiskey Mutant. I will select somebody, and you will get to be on an episode with Perry.
All you have to do is show one cheek.
Nope. You have to do a lot more than that, so get ready.
You know what I didn't ask you before we started recording is how's your week been?
Long.
Yes.
I'm tired.
I feel that.
It's been a long week. I got bags under my eyes, stayed up too late.
We both stayed up late.
I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I don't like it.
But you're here, though.
Barely. I'm a bag of bones. I got 1 foot in the grave.
I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you. Is that what you did to me earlier?
I know! I said I was sorry. I can't keep doing this. If you want to support the show, and you probably don't after all the fighting that's happening on this show, even though it's, entertainment, you can do so by heading to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can keep the lights on. You can keep us fed and fresh.
Well, they didn't do a good job this week because you had a nasty wrap that you ate for 3 days, and the sauce went bad.
said wrap, by the way. I want to point that out. He didn't say rat.
No, you ate a rat.
Yeah, you're right.
I have devolved in a rat. The rat was wrapped up in a wrap.
Yeah, and I'm going to get the plague.
And it was some white cheese sauce.
Be on the lookout for that.
So.
But at $5 a month, you can get bonus content every single week. There's a bonus episode that comes out on Mondays. This week we did Samply Irresistible. And on Tuesdays, you get the pregame chats that come out before every episode.
Crazy one this week.
We really bounced off the walls.
Crazy content. Never will you ever hear something.
Unmatched.
Can't get this stuff anywhere.
And then...
It has to end. You got to stop. It has to end.
It has to. I'm sorry. And then the uncut, unedited version of the podcast.
Did you just edit
well.
yourself to make it sound better just then?
Nope. Left it for everybody to hear how much of an idiot I am.
Good. About time.
Thanks. Thanks, best friend.
Yeah, we're honest with each other.
The uncut and unedited version of the podcast also comes out on Tuesday, which is a day early before the main version of the podcast. We usually have bonus content on the uncut, unedited version as well, just for Patreon, where you get to hear some thoughts, some feelings, some inside baseball scoops about what we've been.
Baseball's back.
Baseball is back. Cardinals won their first game at home yesterday. 2. It was nice. It was good to have a win. But the Mets lost. So my dad thinks they're out already.
Won. Everybody was making a big... Remember when... did you see that that clip in spring training when the guy was yelling at him? And then he hit a home run and hit him.
Oh, yeah. I did.
That was so good.
It was awesome. We normally start episodes with Flying Blind or Sips and Snacks. We haven't done Sips and Snacks in a few weeks because we were chastised a little bit, rightfully so.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so we're bringing back Sips and Snacks this week. With I don't want to. We're less intense Sips and Snacks this week, I suppose.
I don't know. I might have something.
Oh, okay.
But we're not doing a review on it.
Yeah, we're doing something a lot more,
Yeah, you'd probably end up the way what we're going to drink, you'd probably have it with some of these things.
Could be.
Yeah.
And you might have what I'm bringing up, too, with some pours as well. I don't know. You might.
So you got a snack, I got a snack.
Yeah, we both got snacks.
You got a sweet,
I got a sweet.
I got a savory.
Oh. Okay, let's start with yours.
All right. We're going to get some chips out here that I haven't had. Hopefully you have not had. They are
Oh, I'm so excited for
golden sriracha.
I have not
tangy,
had these
sweet
yet.
Doritos. Big golden bag too, man.
I'm so pumped.
So I thought, what do I like with sriracha? You know what? I like sriracha, honey, and chicken. So I have a Bardstown Bourbon Company. This is straight bourbon whiskey finished in Goodwood Brewing Company's Brandy Barrel Honey Ale cask. And this has definitely got some honey in it. I haven't had it in a while, but I love this bottle so much.
I don't know if I've ever had this.
You probably have. Surely you've had it when you've been over here sometime.
I don't think I have, honestly.
What if we didn't change that when you just didn't have it?
I just looked at it.
Yeah, I didn't give it to you. I wouldn't do that to you. I'm not that crazy. Or am I?
Or maybe you are that mad at me.
I'm not. I just have hot takes, okay?
I know. That's what people can expect anymore. What's the proof on this guy?
200.
100% alcohol.
No, it's,
You will die.
116.
Not bad.
So, there you go. I don't think that's available anymore because I've had that for years.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It does smell like a honey, like beer, like a beer.
It smells awesome. It's a little cloudy.
Yeah, I've had it for a while.
I guess if it's been sitting around, then it's going to, Did that help it? He switched it around. Sorry. Audio listeners, love you to death.
It doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't look as cloudy in the glass, oddly enough.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
That's really good.
It's not so crazy. It's not so off the wall with the finishing that you would feel like it wouldn't lead you down the path that you went on,
Right.
where you got your finishing fatigue.
Yeah. No, it's good.
This is going to go great with these. Bag opening ASMR. Oh my goodness. We're about to go crazy mode.
Oh, my God. These are delicious. They are just enough little heat.
It's perfect.
And the corn chip part comes through. It's like a taco. That's good.
It reminds me a little bit of like spicy sushi.
Dude.
Okay.
I'm not even like I've outdone it on this one. I ain't even gonna.
This is getting into like Wagyu Wagyu chip territory.
Oh my God. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I'm telling you. I've been saying the pour
That's
over.
insane. That is an explosion of flavor.
It's so good. It meshes so well.
That takes it to a completely different level.
It is. It's almost like you're eating like this taco with almost like a bourbon sauce, like a bourbon like honey sauce on it or something.
That like hot honey chicken.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, we found another. This one's going to live in our hearts for a while.
Bad thing is I only got this left. I'm gonna have to find something else that goes with them.
I don't even know if like just a regular. Thank you,
Homie,
Aw, friend. I don't even know if like a regular honey finish would do the job. I think the brandy honey ale really is what helps elevate that.
Well, I think it's cause it really does have more of a ale flavor. That pour reminds me more of like you're at a brewery rather than a distillery.
Definitely.
You know, chips and beer and stuff, they just go together. Tacos and beer all go together. Like, so yeah, that's good.
Crazy good. All right.
What you got?
Now for dessert. I've been looking for these for a while. Not that I'm a huge like Post Malone fan by any means, but I've heard such good things
I
about.
had some hell. I can't let but do it by myself.
But I've heard great things about his Oreos.
Oh,
did you know these were a thing?
I've heard about them. I've never had them. I
got my Liquid Death as I normally do at the Speedway, and I saw them just in these 4-packs, and so I had to get them.
So post it.
Not a sponsor.
Postico Oreos. All right. Do the honors.
All right.
I can't find a Buddha by myself. I can find a suit
Terrible
by myself.
Again, I don't endorse his music.
They look interesting.
They smell crazy.
What are they?
They are swirled salted caramel and shortbread flavor cream. I just said it. Swirled salted caramel and shortbread flavor cream.
It smells like coffee. By myself.
All right.
Cheers.
Think it.
Post
Think it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's really good. Oh, I like that a lot.
I could crush some of this. Mm-hmm. Not bad.
I love salted caramel though.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
What are we having with it?
What do you think about a rye with this?
That'd be good. You want a rye or you want a barely rye?
I think somewhere in the middle. Not overly rye. I'm looking at this this Michter's is calling to me for some reason.
Barrel strength rye?
Yeah.
Okay. You want that?
Yeah.
You want that? You want that? Go ahead. Bring it over. Have some fun with it.
You like that?
You like that?
You like that?
You like that? You like that? Oh, didn't put me somewhere.
So 108.6 proof. And that's just their rye. I guess it's a Brown Foreman though.
I don't know.
This cork is a little loose.
I paired it recently, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On Whiskey Morgs podcast. Mm-hmm. Catch that episode. That's out.
Great episode.
It's a little crazy.
It is, but
apparently, y'all didn't get some of the stuff that would have got us in trouble.
Yeah, it got all cut out. I'm guessing you talked to Mike about that too.
Yeah.
I've got that stupid song stuck in my head now.
Think about it, do it by myself. All right, what's going to be cool about this is it does have like what seems to be a saw blade on here, maybe.
That is kind of what it looks like.
Yours has a
butterfly.
Butterfly.
I wonder if these are his tattoos.
So I'm going to just like pour it in there and let it just drip all the way through the.
You're doing it on top of the cracker or cookie.
Don't talk about Post Malone like that.
I will get banned on Twitch.
That's really good.
Oh,
it honestly, like, I like this better than the cookie by itself because I think the caramel is way too much. I'm not a big caramel person. And this kind of brings it back down to like some more baking spices and a little bit of like cinnamon in there.
It gets it a little bit savory too.
Not bad.
That's super interesting. It's not nearly the level of the sriracha chips, but
still good.
Yeah.
Posty Maloney.
All right. Well, that was Sips and Snacks. What have you been drinking recently?
Well, I got choked up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got that chocolate phlegm going on. What have I been drinking recently? Not a lot. I did do a recent 69 where I had My Daily Chade's new single barrel.
Yeah.
It's really good. I did go into the back of the cabinet the other day. And I pulled out something I haven't had in a while. I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay.
You know the Cheerio, the new riff from Ernie's that had the Cheerios on it?
Oh, yeah.
And I love that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I love it anymore.
Has it turned a little bit?
I think it's turned a tad. I was a little disappointed. I don't know. I kept rummaging through the new riff shelf and I was like, I'm going to have some new riff. And I had some of my go-tos. I had some of the 6-year, the malted rye.
Mm-hmm.
I had some Balboa rye, and then I tried that single barrel. I was like, man, I love that. And I don't know how I feel about it anymore. I think it's too
That's a
low
shame.
to sit there. We may have to put it on the floor.
Okay.
It may have to
We
end.
can do that.
It may have to end. It has to end.
It has to. We have to be the one to end it.
We have to.
Yeah.
It's us.
Yeah. Just like the Giggle Fest.
Just like the Giggle Fest. We have to put it to an end.
I say as I'm laughing about the Giggle Fest having to
We
end.
laugh at the Giggle Fest. What you got? What you been drinking?
Well, Wednesday night of all nights, we had a birthday party for Lucy's grandfather.
Just random Wednesday night.
Well, it was on his birthday. He turned 91 this week.
That's awesome.
You don't get the chance to know a whole lot of 90 or 90 plus year olds in your life.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we know Joseph Brazo.
any chance you get it. So I brought some stuff.
What'd he have?
Granddad?
Uh-huh.
Lemonade.
He didn't have no bourbon?
No, he's sober, man. he's never drank.
Oh, never? Mm-mm. Dang. Does he wait until 100?
Maybe. You ever heard that Patton Oswalt bit about how you only get so many birthdays in your life? Like you hit, I think it's like 20. No, it's 21, and then you only get like a birthday every 5 years.
Yeah.
And then like once you hit 90, like every year after that, you like one law no longer applies to you. But it starts out really small. It's like you can litter, and then like you can, just like incrementally, and like you hit 110, you get to be president or something.
That's funny.
Anyway, it's a really good bit. Go and look it up. Anyway, yeah, he's never drank, but like everybody else around him.
He's like, I've
He's
been
drinking.
watching people drink for 91 years.
Pretty much. So I brought the Bullet 10-year. No, the Bullet Bottled and Bond. I take that back. I brought the Basil Hayden 10-year.
What are you trying to ruin this party?
No, I had people who were bourbon drinkers. I wanted to see what they thought about it.
You brought Basil Hayden and that Bullet?
Yeah, because there are people who are like bourbon drinkers, and sometimes there are people who are not bourbon drinkers, and they know that like, oh, sometimes Basil Hayden's like the good stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever.
I feel bad for Grandpa. No wonder you didn't drink.
I brought Damp. I brought Benchmark Foolproof.
Okay, now we're getting better.
Four Roses Small Batch Select.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Keep talking.
And I can't remember what the last one was.
Eagle Rare 20.
Eagle Rare 20, is that what you said? It'll come to me. It was not Blanton's.
Should have done that.
It'll come to me. But,
Papa would have drank if you had brought Blanton's.
yeah. But I also had a Coors Banquet, which I hadn't had in a while.
Hell yeah.
Just a really solid beer, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Was it turkey? No, it wasn't turkey. I'm out of Turkey 101. I think I only have like
Speaking of turkey,
a couple ounces left. Yeah.
everybody's at
Hey, what's up with that, man? What's going on?
High proof hot take. You find out there's a media event at Wild Turkey on Instagram. You're like, why didn't we get to do that? Did Barry not get us on there?
I didn't even try. I didn't try because I didn't know, because nobody reached out about it. I'm just as mad because we're not on the media list. You can be mad at me, but only insofar as like I'm mad at the fact
took
that
it too far. I've crossed the line.
You crossed the line because this is the one time it's genuinely not my fault.
Could have done more, man. But congratulations to everybody.
No, I'm happy for everybody else that got to go. Genuinely, I just I was very frustrated that
I've been building this up. I didn't bring it up to you at all because I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it real
I
time.
knew that was going to happen too. I could sense it. I want to say though, I am genuinely like happy for anybody who got to go. I'm not like I'm putting on a little bit for the podcast. It's just like it'd be cool to have been invited.
Do you think he went to the gift shop and he was like, "We're here in the wild hunting some"?
No, it was definitely closed.
Do you think he went in the back? Said, "What do you got in the
You
back?"
got anything in the back?
Jimmy, got anything in the back?
We like stood on the bridge, like the overpass bridge. It's just like, Jimmy! Jimmy!
I think you forgot somebody.
We're
We're over here.
I think my invitation got lost in the mail.
They're like, what is happening over there? They're like, just let them come in.
Why did they come here in the first place?
Why didn't they just
Chad and Sarah are like, I don't know them. Eric, get up, we gotta go. Oh man. Folks, this week we're doing something we're adding to our series on the best way to drink certain products, and we're doing one that we somehow have not done yet. It's Maker's Mark. Not
waxy
not
bottle.
46, not cast strength, not 46 cast strength. We're doing the old
single barrel, not the DNA.
Yeah, just the regular old Maker's Mark, which, as many of you all know, was my dad's drink of choice when I was growing up.
Your drink of choice growing up?
No, I didn't drink until I was. He's audio listeners. He's giving me a very strange face. Like, come on, tell me the truth. I know what you want to actually say. No, but it was always around, and so I always associated bourbon with Maker's Mark.
One of the first bourbons I ever drank neat.
Me too, actually.
Because I was a big, just straight up bourbon and Coke, and it was always Maker's Mark, usually Woodford sometimes, but I think I remember I was like, I'm going to start doing some neat, and after I had some Wild Turkey honey, neat, I was like, it's time to go on to
Let's move on.
Let's move up.
I think I'm ready.
Are
Let's
you ready?
Let's go to the next
Now listen.
level.
I'm confused about something.
Okay.
The pricing Maker's Mark has going on. I don't know if that's them or if it's Kroger.
Okay.
All right. This bottle was $24.
Yeah.
Great. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Great price. Sexy bottle, wax, Maker's Mark, weeded bourbon is delicious. Behind the shelf, A 350 was $21. What are we doing?
That don't make no sense. That's crazy.
Because I ran in, I was like, well, neither one of us had just the original maker. I was like, do I need a full bottle? I was like, maybe I'll just grab a small one, call it a day, a little cheaper.
I mean, at that price,
just get bought a normal bottle.
Yeah.
Who's making that price?
And I don't think that any like pricing scheme is exactly like you get a 375 and it's half of the price of a 750.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not, but still, it was like $3 difference.
That's insane.
Somebody is doing that and they're like, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
You're not.
Buy two for the price of 1.5.
So I don't know. I just saw that. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But great bottle.
So, made in Laredo, Kentucky, family recipe going back since before the 1960s when it was originally introduced. Still family owned and operated. Currently, the Samuels family employ... who is their master distiller? It's no longer...
Pete is Pete!
Pete!
Why didn't you all tell me you was bringing the Maker's Mark out? I'd have got you a bunch of bottles, some exclusives from behind the shelf. They let me back in.
Pete, I kind of forgot that you were...
Yeah, you did forget about me. Eric's not the only one mad at you these days.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking perv.
Okay.
See you, Pete.
Gotta go back to work. They let me escape.
Pete is Pete. Their current master distiller is Dr. Blake Layfield.
Oh, brother of Rob Layfield, creator of Deadpool.
Who has been... No, I don't want to talk about Rob Liefeld right now.
Drew one of the greatest Captain Americas you'll ever see.
The largest chesticles on a man. Yeah, anyway. I love makers. I've always had an affinity for them, even,
Who was it that was trying to pop the cork on their makers that one time on a video? Was it Matt? ADHD? Was he trying?
Might have been.
Something.
Yeah.
Somebody, I remember they were like, it was just...
Still a screw top. The cast strength, though, is now a cork, which I appreciate. So we're starting out. There's when we do these best way to drink episodes, we usually have 4 different ways that we set this up. We do neat. We do a drop or two of water. We do on the rocks or rock on ice, whatever. And then we do typically with Coke or cola or whatever you want to do. These days we do Coke Zero because
that's what we drink.
That's what we drink. I don't really drink Coke much anymore.
I just drink Coke Zero day in and day out. Man, that just smells classic.
It just holds up so well.
It's just that it's weeded bourbon, man. It's hard to just like, you're not going to get into this and be like, oh, this and that and biscuits and strawberry. It's just like,
just
that, man.
Familiar and comforting. Yeah.
Just, you know what you're getting and it's good.
Here
Cheers.
we go. Cheers.
Just simple, man. It's just a good whiskey.
Just nice and delicate.
And it doesn't hit too much, but there is a big finish for a 90 proof bourbon.
There really is.
I love the finish on Maker's Mark. It's a little spicy, you get some of that strawberry that you normally would with wheated bourbon. Yeah, you could just drink this bottle all day.
That is awesome. I'm gonna have another sip before I move on. just a little one. Do you remember a few years ago when there was an uproar over makers potentially lowering their proof?
Oh, when they were going to do what?
Like 86, I think. Yeah.
Like that.
And I mean, they eventually went back on it because everybody was like, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
It's always been 90 proof. And they were like,
you're not allowed to do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. We're Maker's Mark. We can do whatever we want. It's our whiskey. No, you can't.
We said no.
Pay.
All right, let's try it with a drop of water.
a cap.
Yeah, we'll do your cap. Thank you, sir.
Swish it up a little bit. Man, that proof still is just going, though.
Yeah.
This is the segment of this episode where I'm always shocked.
And how much things change.
I'm always like, what have I been missing out on?
I shouldn't have yelled so much earlier. My throat's...
You're about done.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What's it done?
The nose smells like cellar age. The good cellar age that we had recently.
There's more brown sugar.
The nose turns into something special, limited, like maybe even old. Oh, I like that nose.
Yeah.
A little flat.
A bit.
I want to smell it more.
It goes kind of like root beer.
I don't know if I get root beer. I do get like a flat cola.
Yeah, maybe that's what
like a watered down cola.
Yeah.
It's weird. The palate is completely different. The nose smells amazing. I'm not sure that one caught me off guard. I would imagine that's what it would taste like with some water in it. Like if I hadn't tried that.
Yeah.
A little flat.
Yeah. I like seeing what this does with water, but I'm not going like, I think I'm going to come back to this anytime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. It was a good experiment. Yeah. So when my dad would drink Makers as his, daily, it was Makers on the rocks with a splash of water. So he was combining R2 and R3.
So why did he do that? Why the splash of water?
Because it was easier to drink.
Calling him weak, aren't you?
No.
You're calling him weak.
What
you
I'm
heard it first.
What I'm saying is that he was able to drink more of it. He didn't.
Calling him weak.
It was an easier experience to.
Some might call it smooth.
I think I did a little edit there where it was like dun dun.
I hope so. Maker's Mark, put it on the shelf.
Come on, man.
What?
It was finally out of my head.
Every weekend, Maker's Mark makes a dream work. Waxing doesn't help.
Okay, it kind of brought the grains out. Here.
Here just splashed his face.
I quit. This is why we didn't get invited to Wild Turkey.
It all makes sense.
Unprofessional
We've
morons.
been eating chips and snacks and
Splashing bourbon on
face.
ourselves.
We're like, you know what happens when you put water in whiskey? It tastes different.
It's crazy. Look at these idiots.
You know that turned it kind of grapey?
It definitely did.
It kind of reminds me of Eagle Rare.
Uh-huh.
Like that flavor profile.
It removed a lot of the sweetness. It's definitely enhancing some of the more like tannic oaky qualities for sure. Is what you're essentially saying, yeah.
I always feel cool
With a big ice cube.
with a big ice cube
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean, I still think it's flat.
It does make me want to go back to the neat version.
Yes, sir.
And what have we learned so far?
Maker's Mark neat, baby.
All right. Our last part here is with Coke. What's going on here? Oh,
We're doing it proper, dude.
Okay.
Doing it proper. Highball glasses, ice cubes, summer, walking around, being bad boys because we were trying to act like nothing's in our cup, but we're
Like in the neighborhood.
yeah. We're walking around. People are like, "Oh, he's just having some Coke Zero." But really, we've got whiskey.
I took Ella on a walk in her stroller a couple weeks ago. I mean, we went on like a walk through the entire neighborhood, and I had a coffee cup, with like one of the travel coffee cups with bourbon in it. And I mean, I did not put enough in it for the the distance that we walked.
Crap! I'm out, and I'm a mile from home.
Yeah. Halfway through our walk, and I'm already
just
out.
mad. You're like, no. This is giving me karma because I stole it.
Because it keeps sticking to your glass.
Yeah, keeps messing up because it's a stolen one. All these are stolen, actually, except New Rip. Oh yeah, baby. Now this is where it's at. This is where the memories are. Yep. You don't even need cherry cola. I'm excited. I love Makers and Coke, man. And I prefer like a cherry Coke because it has a little extra flavor. But this the sweetness in this like gives it already that kind of red note that normally you wouldn't have. So good.
That's really, really good.
I love Maker's Mark.
I'm not upset about that at all.
I need more Maker's Mark.
I brought more.
What did you bring?
I brought a pick.
Oh.
From Liquor Barn. It's called Groundhog v. Beaver.
Excuse me? Nice.
And then I brought my batch.
Oh.
My ambassador batch.
Look at that.
I got 2 more of these, so.
Big boy bottle.
It's a liter. It was hard to get into the bag. So I did want to, and we'll try it up against just the neat version. But I wanted to compare it, as I don't know if we've actually done this on an episode yet, to the regular Makers as well.
So your Makers versus regular Makers?
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
Okay, let's do it.
You want to go ahead and do it?
I don't know. You tell me when.
Well,
Should we talk about this first?
Yeah, let's talk about this first, and then we'll get to the comparison, because we've also got other stuff to talk about as well. Because I found a special bottle that we're also going to crack open.
Really?
Uh-huh.
We're cracking open on here or for Patreon?
Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A Patreon exclusive.
See, we told you to get something a little extra.
Poor me, poor you. But so we'll go through and talk about the advantages and disadvantages of each of these, and then decide which one we prefer out of the 4. I typically, especially with 2 little kids, am just going and grabbing something to drink because it's easiest for me to just pour something into my glass and then go and sit back down.
Yeah, I mean, even with older kids, like I don't have, people are yelling, we got to do something, I got to start cooking dinner, and it's like,
yeah.
The longer I stay down here and stare at the shelves and stuff, I'm like, what am I doing? Just grab something and go, man.
What's wrong with me?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm subconsciously just avoiding life because I'm just down here staring at the shelves.
Yeah.
It's been like 20 minutes. So
April's like, are you okay?
I'm just,
who are you? But I don't know if there's enough that's changed. Let me go back to the water because it's had a little bit of time to sit.
so flat. It smells good, but it's just not. that finish is gone, and it's just flat. And that's just water now. I don't think Maker's Mark holds up to the ice and water. To me.
Yeah, it's just turned into a lot of, it's like oak water, almost. But that initial experience is really interesting. I mean, it does help, like, bring out oakiness while also still maintaining the sweetness of the wheat. But yeah, overall, I think, like, for me at least, I'm going to go for the neat pour more often than not.
A big neat pour.
Yeah, because it is 90 proof, and
you don't have to come back and stare at the shelf for 20 minutes.
and then you just go. It's like when you get on Netflix and you're like, I don't know what to watch, and then you just wind up
everything.
Yeah, and you just wind up watching, the same show you've seen a million times.
You waste 30 minutes of your life, your free time.
But I will drink a Makers and Cola every now and then,
especially at like concerts and stuff.
Oh yeah,
wrestling
for sure. Yeah,
I think that might be the last time I had Makers. Nope, wasn't Makers. It was Old Forester, because I was at wrestling.
Yeah.
But they were at the Old Forester Center, so there was definitely no Makers there. I had like a 1920 and Coke or something like that.
What a combination.
Yeah.
1924 and Coke would be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think to me, Maker's Neat is just really the best way to go about it. Honestly.
And going through these different variations of it, I can see how it could lead you in a good path to get to that neat. Yeah. Like I've had it with ice where I put a little bit of water in it. It is a good like building block up to it, because when you get to the neat, there are some spice. It's that finish though. That finish is big for a 90 proof bourbon.
Yeah. Let's, in honor of Papa Ritter, take our splash of water.
Okay.
And pour it over the one with the rock in it, just to see if there's...
Okay, let's see if this experiment works. Definitely doesn't smell like anything. Cheers, Papa Ritter. It's there.
That is a certified drink.
Papa Ritter cocktail right there. Ice, water, Maker's Mark. Certified.
I just had to see, man.
Certified
I was
PR.
Curious. I'm PR.
He's Papa Ritter.
Oh, okay.
You're Papa Ritter. You're PRJ. Papa Ritter Jr.
Yeah. How we doing?
I'm running out of gas. We were screaming a lot earlier. I'm getting tired.
My sides hurt.
I'm running out.
Wait, we still got to try the regular Makers against the... okay.
I know.
So my ambassador batch, if you know how the program works, you sign up for it and you wait about 6 or 7 years for your barrel to be ready, according to the team at Maker's Mark. And then I was always under the impression that...
Barrel proof?
Okay. Let's talk about the disappointment that I went through. Because I was initially under the impression that I would get to like buy bottles of this that were at barrel proof, right? So you would essentially have like a cask strength Maker's Mark pick that was unfinished,
right.
Like a private select, unfinished Maker's Mark. I was like so excited for this. That got shattered when somebody told me that no, it's at 90 proof. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm excited for a single barrel of Maker's Mark at 90 proof. Like, that's still going to be really cool. And then you get there and they tell you that it's not. It's a batch of Maker's Mark made with other ambassador single barrels.
So you got all their diseases in there with years.
Oh, yeah, they're all swimming around in there. You remember those rats we were talking about earlier? They were in there, too. We've all got the plague, man. It's bad. This is the plague batch.
Plague batch. God, I want to do... Man, I wish I was rich. I wish I was rich enough to, like, be able to just go to different brands and do my own single barrels, just like Whiskey Mutant single barrels.
Just like our buddy from the one media event we went to. We won't name him.
Oh,
but
yeah. And
we will not name names here. But
I would name them the worst names ever. Like the opposite effect, like the plague. That would be so, and like people would be
toe
like,
fungus.
just like diseases, the plague, like just the horrible names.
Whooping cough.
Just so bad. Gonorrhea. Pesticide.
Testicle torsion.
Some stuff like that. That would be so funny. And they couldn't say no because I had all the money.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, you ain't getting this money.
Sorry, man. Now this is also from 2023. It's got a little stamp on the top too. I don't know if this is going to show up on camera or not.
And it's got a little badge on the front. See the normal label? That one has the...
And it's got my name and my ambassador number.
And your phone number.
Ah! And my home address and my social security
and your
number.
Social security card. And your credit card.
Ah, boy. So,
all right.
Regular makers, then ambassador
Now,
makers.
did you get to taste anything before that, like when you went there?
Like the barrel itself?
Like
No.
nothing at all.
No.
No little sample. Nothing.
Like of the barrel.
Yeah, you're like, okay,
No.
we've accepted you as this ambassador. Here is your thing. Do you want to try it before it ages any longer?
No.
Then what's the point of this thing?
You get a batch of Maker's Mark with your name on it.
Can't you just go to the gift shop and have them make a thing with your name on it?
Probably. Here's the thing, though. And, like, this is a program that I don't think exists anymore. So, I think I was in the last round or two, like within the final couple of years.
So you could potentially be the last ambassador.
The last ambassador that had, like, their name on a barrel. Like, in those last few years. I don't know if that's still a thing that you can do. I think you can still sign up as an ambassador, but this perk
Could you
doesn't
imagine
exist anymore.
If we had a
because there's just too many people.
if we had a Maker's Mark pick or barrel finishing pick or whatever, and we called it the last ambassador, but the photo was you look like the last airbender.
Oh, dude. I love that.
I got ideas, man.
We'll get up with Brad at Liquor Barn and see if we can make that happen.
That would be so funny. All right. What do you got? Which one you got?
I'm starting with the regular.
Okay. Yeah, after having all those other variations and different things, coming back to the normal Maker's Mark neat is definitely the way
That's
to
all
go.
I want.
I will definitely go neat, and with the Coke Zero, I don't really have to have the other ones. Man, that finish is so good.
It's awesome.
All right. PR barrel batch. The last ambassador. That smells totally different.
It smells smoky.
It smells dark.
Yeah.
It smells really dark.
So I guess at the very least, like, you get a batch that's not on profile.
Well, I mean, if they're not trying to make it, if they're not really going into the same process of trying to make it all taste the same, and they're like, oh, here's...
I think that they're like...
Do they do personality tests, you think? And they match you up with a couple of people
That'd be really
you're
funny.
compatible with?
I'm a Leo, and they're an Aries. And
Or they try to do, like, inside out, and there's like, you have a Perry, a calm kind of, anxious one. And then you have a really mad guy, and then you have a shy guy.
it'd be really funny.
All right.
All right.
Man, that is not sweet at all. I'm not saying that in a bad way. That is a very...
Completely different.
This is a very Perry batch. This is a very Elijah Craigie, Knobby Creaky, Jim Beamy style.
That's crazy.
Whiskey. Exactly the stuff that you drink the most of.
I hadn't gone back to this in a long time, and it is so up my alley.
It's not your normal makers.
No, not at all.
That's awesome because it doesn't just taste the same. It does prove that if you are the last ambassador or a ambassador, you're probably not going to have a bottle that tastes like the normal shelf.
So instead of it being a single barrel,
A single batch.
It's kind of cool.
Thing.
Yeah.
A small batch. Damn it.
There's already a name for it.
Daggone it.
Crap. Yeah, at least it's different.
It's good.
You know, it's not. Okay, that was a very reductive statement. It's good. It's very good. It's an extra added bonus that it is different too. It's just, you know, you go through that whole mental gymnastics process of like, I want it to be this, I want it to be that. And then you get down to this and you're like, oh, it's just a batch of makers, but you actually get to try it. And it's definitely not just a batch of makers.
What if they changed the maker's DNA and they did a DNA test and it told you whoever was in your batch with you? And you got
that would be cool.
And you got to meet up with them.
It's like a family reunion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were all adopted.
We were all part of this one batch.
And Rob Samuels is our dad.
And that's how Pete was created.
We have barrel rings this week. We don't just have barrel rings singular.
We have multiple?
We got plural.
Plural.
And if you, dear listeners or viewers of this My Bourbon Podcast, want to participate in this segment, you can do so by calling or texting our hotline.
Ooh, hotline.
Which is the phone number 859-428-8253. 859-428-8253. Send us a text or leave us a voicemail.
Send a picture, too.
You can send us a picture, yeah. Make it appropriate.
Inappropriate for me.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you want. I don't care.
I'll look.
We'll read the text out first. This comes from our dear friend, Mr. W. Leb.
W. Leb.
He says barrel text. It's not a barrel ring, I guess.
Barrel text, okay.
I would love to call in and leave a message, but after the first time I heard your recording, I was traumatized. I would rather hear Yoko Ono sing.
What?
No offense to her.
He's trying to break up the podcast?
Just a reference point. You guys were right about the Texas bourbon. There's something very medicinal about it.
Oh. It's like we know something.
Vindicated. So, anime. You guys talk about it a lot. Nothing wrong with that. I was just never really into it. My kids were, though. I remember talking to my oldest son, taking my oldest son to an anime convention in Boston in the early 2000s.
Oh, heck yeah.
He thought it was pretty cool that you read the books from back to front. When I think of anime, I just picture a cartoon face, mouth wide open, always screaming and always sweating. I should probably give it a chance. Hey, you guys don't talk about music very much. I picture you both having very different musical tastes. Thanks for the podcast. Always entertaining.
It's like he knows what we were arguing about. High proof hot take. Early.
You want to talk about music for a second?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit metal. There's 2 bourbon festivals that come up.
I'm actually...
One has a ton of bands that I have no idea who they are, and you love every one of them probably. And then there's another festival that comes around that has a ton of bands I love. Some of my favorite of all time. Guess which one? Guess which one we may be at this year? Not mine.
The one I tried. I tried.
You didn't try hard enough. All right, what was the question?
Do you want to talk about music for a second?
Yeah.
What's the furthest that you have traveled to see a band or an artist?
Like starting destination.
Yeah. If it's easiest to say, like, hours.
Whatever Eastern Kentucky is to Cleveland. Like a 7.
That's like 6 hours. Yeah, 6 or 7 hours.
That's probably. I actually watched a band in California, but that I like. But it wasn't like I was visiting friends in California, and they just so happened to be there. So we were like, let's go.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I'm going just for the concert.
Yeah.
But I did drive from Eastern Kentucky, where I live, to Cleveland to watch the Acacia Strain and a bunch of other bands, hardcore bands and stuff like that. And that was like, we're going to have fun, we're driving. And that was probably like a 6-7 hour drive.
Yeah. Where'd you see them?
I don't remember. I mean, these were like small venues back in the day. But yeah, like if you're WLEB, like I'm very screamo metal. I grew up listening to new metal. Then I got into like hardcore and screamo. I mean, now you still got bands like Under Oath out. You've got all these heavy bands. That's my style of music.
We really should talk more music on the podcast in general.
Not similar to Perry's style.
We did on
We did a Patreon thing, didn't we?
yeah, there was like a year ago, maybe more. I don't remember for sure. We did a thing where we each brought 5 songs from 5 different bands, and we played songs from those artists that we thought the other person would like, that would make them want to like listen to that band or artist more. I haven't followed up with any of those bands. I don't know if you did.
No.
Yeah.
Name your all-time favorite band.
I mean, it's very likely that it's Dave Matthews Band.
And mine is probably Limp Bizkit. Like that sums up our musical difference right now.
But also they're 90s bands, we're also not listening to the most like modern music, even though there are artists that have come out in the past, 5 years that I listen to very regularly.
Right.
Tyler Childers, for one, his your cousin Sturgill Simpson, who, hey, if we can get it together, we're going to interview him at Bourbon and Beyond, too. I mean, we got to pull the right strings. Oh, come on. That was one of the more egregious forms of you swinging it. Anyway. Okay, here, I'll give you a win just for you to feel a little bit better about like, I don't always get what I want. We submitted for press for Railbird, and we didn't get it. So
why?
Weren't given a reason.
Okay.
So feels bad, man.
I know there's a lot of stuff. I'll just drink the whiskey. I know you love the bands, so.
But I want you to interview with me, though.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I feel bad for you because that definitely a more dagger for you than me.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't always, like, it evens out, I guess. Anyway, Cleveland is about as far as I've gone as well. My dad and I drove up to Cuyahoga, which is like just outside of Cleveland, to see Dave Matthews a couple summers ago. I think it was 23 when we went at Blossom Music Center, which is an amazing venue. The worst parking set. It literally took us like 2 hours to get out of there after the show was over.
I hate parking anywhere.
It's my most boomer take that I hate parking.
I look forward to
just
going
wanna
places
go.
that I have a hotel and I can just Uber or walk to.
Dude,
It's worth the hotel just to
if
stay.
we could just have walkable cities, I would be
walkable
happy.
cities, a city that
A
walks.
walkable city structure, like an infrastructure that is set up so that we could walk to most places.
From where? Like your house?
Your house, your job, like with public transport as well.
To Cleveland from your house?
Not walk to Cleveland, but like you
just
get on like a train.
I would
go to
I would be down
Cleveland.
for more trains.
100% more trains. High-speed rails.
You're running some trains.
High-proof hot takes. We don't have enough
I
good
know,
public
dude.
transport in
It's
this
all about
country.
running trains on people.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, that's our music talk for the week. We'll do more.
Yeah,
We need to
very
do more
different,
music talk
but
in general.
There's some collaborations and crossovers there here and there.
Yeah, for sure. And we got a voicemail as well. This is from Jared.
Happy Friday, gentlemen. Perry, I just want to say I totally respect your decision to cancel Timbip Weekend in the name of mental health and being a good father and husband and blah, 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 blah. But I reject it. I have spent way too much time laying the groundwork here at home to make sure I
Dang,
can
he's been
attend
trying
this
to
year.
go all
Really
year.
looking forward to it. So, I won't accept it.
Crush.
What I am going to do is just pick a nice weekend this summer, drive my ass down to Kentucky, show up there at its doorstep,
not
purple top
today.
in hand, and demand suitable lodging and entertainment. And that lodging could be, I don't know, just a blanket, a pillow, and some carpeted floor. Maybe the entertainment's just watching his kid play volleyball and TPing Perry's house.
Did he
It
just
doesn't
invite
matter.
himself to
I'm making my own
house?
Timbip weekend. You guys are both attending. That's how it's going to be. What weekend? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when I ring
He's
someone's
gonna show
doorbell.
up to my
So,
house. He said
enjoy your
volleyball.
Friday. Look forward to that. Love you.
He's going to show up at my house. He said volleyball and then go TP your house. So surely he's not going to TP the house that he's going to stay at. He's going to show up at my house and sleep on my floor, apparently.
Joke's on him. Neither of us have carpet.
I do.
Oh, that's right. You do.
Yeah, I'm upstairs in the flex room. Great. Timbip Weekend is back on now.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No. Don't promise things that we can't deliver on. Please. I'm very sorry again that Timbip Weekend is not happening this year, but I am not sorry that I'm trying to take care of myself and my family. But again, as we said 2 weeks ago at this point, we are still actively working on something where we can still see people. So please keep that in mind. We're not just throwing you out to the wolves. I mean, come on. We care about you. We want to see you.
Trying to make us feel bad.
They
he-
always are.
Trying to make us feel bad, then he threatens. And he's like,
Yeah,
showing
that was
up.
crazy. What are you doing?
I'm showing up at your kid's volleyball game, lurking in the shadows. Then I'm going to be on your carpet.
Is that Jared?
Is that him? What is he doing? Why doesn't his van have windows?
Is that a rental tag
What
on
does
it?
it say? Free candy.
Maybe I do laugh too much at the end of sentences.
Nah.
Fair enough. High proof hot takes.
I mean, I've talked about it all episode. You know?
I know.
But there's another one. You know when you post something on like social media and then somebody else chimes in and they think that they want to bring their like viewpoint in and they are like, this guy doesn't understand what I'm talking about, so I'm going to spell it out for him and make him look stupid. Don't do that to your friends. Don't try to act like they don't know what's funny.
I don't know who would do that.
and make a big explanation on it and be like, and me have to turn around and be like, I know this is about something different. All over Facebook. This is my Bourbon Podcast Facebook group. You can join, answer some questions. We'll let you in. And then you can go find out what we're talking about. Don't do that. Ain't that right?
Yeah, don't
Do better.
Don't do that. Me? Don't do that, me.
Do better.
Why would me ever do that? Tips and bits.
Tips and bits, the segment of the show where we suggest something. It's not always whiskey related. We might be,
But it might be risky.
might be risky. Watching, reading, listening, playing, anything, that's non-whiskey related usually. So I wish I could take back what I'm about to recommend.
Uh-oh. Well, it's not too late. You haven't even said it yet.
I have to say it. I watched it. And it broke me.
Oh, okay.
I gave into this hype of seeing this posted everywhere, and I watched Adolescence on Netflix.
Oh, really?
And it absolutely ripped my heart out.
I'm not surprised. I've heard such great things about it.
I don't recommend it if, you just want to get put into, a sad mood. It's amazing. The story is very compelling. It's shot. Every episode is a one shot look, so it's a one continuous shot, and the acting is absolutely phenomenal. It's just, if you have kids, and especially kids who are teenagers, this will absolutely rip your heart out and stomp on you for 4 solid hours. There's 4 episodes. They're all about an hour a piece. And it basically, I don't want to spoil anything, but it touches on current bullying, and also the whole this incel stuff going on, the things kids when you see
The manosphere.
when you see this, kids are seeing this stuff too, and it's affecting them as well. I know this is a fictional story, but it is based off a bunch of different things that have happened, and it's so heartbreaking. And
It's one of my biggest concerns with and okay, so this is another kind of high proof hot take. I don't think that banning teenagers from being on social media is the cure. I think that there's a level of teaching responsibility to it, right? But the whole manosphere content of teaching young men, teaching boys that they deserve to have power over girls, over women, that they deserve to, be given all of these rights or, roles in the world just by being boys, by being men, is so incredibly toxic. And it's not to say that you have to constantly pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because I think that that's another narrative that gets used way too much without understanding that there is an essence of luck that also comes into play here too, being in the right place at the right time, having monetary added value, not value, but also being able to afford things like going to college, or not having to worry about being a kid and working a job too, so that your parents might be medically disabled or something. There's all these different things, but if you listen to the Andrew Tates of the world, who are saying you just have to be the biggest man you possibly can, when Andrew Tate is the most toxic person. and has been arrested for allegedly. I can't say it because I don't want to, like, you
don't have to say it.
but like he's been arrested for some pretty gnarly things, and it's easy to go and look up, and he still is preaching to young boys, to young men, about what it means to be a man.
Yeah.
But if you are the most masculine, if you are the most manly person, you are taking care of other people. You are not demanding that they take care of you.
Yeah.
And like that to me is like what I hope adolescence is teaching people to, like, as a show.
It's, I don't even want to go into the details because I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking seeing, you see the kid's point of view, you see a parent's point of view, you see people looking in point of view, you see a therapist point of view. Like, it's just like heart-wrenching the whole time. And I was like, what am I doing to myself right now? But I have to finish the show. So I don't know if I can say go watch it. It's a great show. It's just be prepared to have your heart torn out. So on that note, I'll recommend something. Under Oath, I mentioned them just a little bit ago. They just dropped a new album. Go listen to it on Spotify. What's the actual title of it? The Place After This One? The Place After This One, yes.
Nice.
It's really good. They've already dropped a few of the singles that are on it out, and the rest of the songs that I never heard are awesome. I put it on today while I was at work. Great stuff.
I haven't really been watching a lot of new stuff recently, aside from Daredevil, which has been phenomenal. I guess we've also been watching White Lotus recently too. I found out I have a scoop about a future episode or a future season of White Lotus that I can't share.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll tell you off air because
I have a scoop.
it's very exclusive.
I can't tell anybody. I don't think I'm allowed to tell
Ooh,
anybody.
Timothy exclusive.
But, oh, man. Where'd it go? Oh, it disappeared.
Oh no. Anyway,
It was a snack announcement.
I've really enjoyed this season of White Lotus. I know a lot of people have been kind of like wishy-washy on it, but I think it's been fun. I think White Lotus has always been kind of this like
Never watched it.
It's been like elevating kind of it's too much to get into, but I've liked it for what
I've heard
it is.
it's cool.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. It's really goofy. I encourage you to go and watch
Check
it.
it out.
It's kind of mindless
Good.
TV.
I don't want to think about things anymore after watching the adolescents. What I watch. I want to watch nothing that makes.
I mean,
me
it
think
gets
about
this season gets a little weird.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
There's some moments where you're like, "What's going on here?"
anything. Okay.
But I've enjoyed it. But also, Dead and Company just started their next run at the Sphere in Vegas. I'm a
You
big.
going? You are. Aren't you?
There's a chance.
Go.
There's a chance that I'll be going to the Sphere to see the Dead.
Hell yeah.
I was talking about it
John
with my.
Mayer still with them? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was talking about it with my dad the other day.
Do not let him loose in Vegas.
I'll lose him to the penny slots.
Do not let him loose in Vegas.
I have a thing about friggin'
Vegas buffets,
no, hang on.
casinos,
Give me a second.
showgirls.
I cannot help myself. No, planetariums.
Oh, okay.
So there's something about like the fake image.
Planeteers? Captain Planet?
No.
Oh.
Planetariums, like
Oh,
when you
yeah.
go, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the projection of the image
Right,
and
right,
everything. And it's just like, I don't really know exactly how to explain it. And so like the Sphere is like that times
The
a
ultimate,
bajillion,
the ultimate,
right?
yeah.
So that's kind of what's always kept me from going to see something there. But this might be it's always kind of like this is it's probably the last time you're going to get the chance to see some of the original members of the Grateful Dead playing Dead music. They're not touring anymore. Like they're doing these residencies out in Vegas. Getting to see John Mayer, of course, is always a highlight. So I'm like hyping myself up more for it. But this is all to say, there is some like Dead & Co. shows available on Spotify and on Apple Music. You can go watch some shows on YouTube as well. But I'm going to highlight a actual Grateful Dead show to go and listen to. It is Cornell 67. It is 67?
69.
Nope, 77.
Oh.
What was I talking about? One of their best shows, one of their most legendary shows, one of my favorites as well, takes place at Cornell University. Just an incredible display of their musicianship. Jerry Garcia playing some of his best guitar work as well. I'm not just a Dead & Company fan. I'm also a Deadhead too. So
yeah, he's got a bumper sticker
and a tramp stamp.
Yeah. And all the bears are just lined up on like his dashboard and stuff.
And down.
Everywhere. Yeah.
And that's an episode. Let's get out of here.
If you want to get down, go to patreon.com/MyBourbon Podcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show. At $5, you get all the bonus stuff. We do special stuff for Patreon. You get this episode early, uncut. We even did a little
special hidden bottle crack.
Hidden bottle crack thing. We also do things like the pregame chats where we talk a little bit to get ready for the episode. We also do bonus episodes, Pours from the Floor, Sample Irresistible, and Pop Chicka Wawa. If you want to send us an email, you can send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. Otherwise, reach out to us on all social media. You can follow the show as a whole at My Bourbon Pod. You can follow me at Whiskey Mute. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. You want to talk to us there, shoot us a DM. If you want to get some merch, go to bourbonshop.threadless.com. Perry's got all the Tim Bip designs up there. If you want to call in and be part of the show like we did earlier, 859-428-8253. If you want to send us something to review, a snack or anything like that, P.O. Box 22609. Yeah, I said 226 earlier, and you're like, yep.
Yeah, but then you skipped over the last part of it.
Oh, yeah.
22609, Lexington, Kentucky, 40522.
Take that address, put some stuff in a box, send it there.
Write it in crayon.
Yeah. Also, if you join the Patreon, you also get access to our Discord. We're always talking in there. A lot of fun stuff going on. Then just watch this on YouTube if you're listening. You want to see us, go to YouTube. Perry goes live every Thursday night.
Every Thursday.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Share us, talk about us. Tell your favorite distilleries to invite us to their events.
We'll come out to Washington for Woodinville stuff.
Just tell us.
Yeah, we missed out on their special book, too, that they...
Why didn't you tell me about that? Well, that's an episode. I'm Eric.
I'm going to go drink myself under the table.
Nope.
I'm Perry, and this is My Bourbon Podcast.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
Love you.